This is, to me, the big risk, okay? A lot of us know this now of the alpha seeds, beta needs, don't get caught doing that. When she hits 30, all that, she's going to look to settle down with the guy, careful, all that. This right here is a shout out to Better Bachelor on YouTube. So also a shout out to any of you guys in the comments that told me to watch Better Bachelor. That's how I learned about all of these guys that I've learned a lot from. Terrence Popp, Coach Greg Adams, Hammerhand, Better Bachelor. These guys all were recommended to me from different guys, like you guys in the comments. So that's a shout out to you guys, and also a shout out to Better Bachelor, because he did a video on paternity fraud. And I heard this just recently, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I got to look into this. And it was right. I had heard of paternity fraud. I didn't know about the statistics. We're going to play a game in just 1 second. So what is paternity fraud? Paternity fraud is a term used when a woman falsely chooses a man knowingly and designates him as the biological father of her child, even though he is not. Normally, when these situations occur, it is financially motivated. Guys, this is probably going to terrify you. But this is why we need to know about alpha seeds, beta needs, because again, women will want the alpha. They want that seed. They want the genes. They want the personality characteristics of that alpha, but she wants the beta pleaser guy to raise the kid because that guy won't leave her. This woke me up to another thing. Like I still think about there's so much I still have to learn. Like every day, I can't remember if it's Socrates. Someone had a great quote. It's like, the more I know, the less I know. Like the more I know, the less I know. It's like the more I discover about things, the more I realize I don't know a lot. I just keep learning new stuff every day. This was another one that I woke up to because I had heard of this. I didn't realize how prevalent. So, guys, in the United States, take a guess. What percentage of men are not the actual biological fathers? All right, not just a stepdad and he knows it. How many men in the United States they thought they were the biological fathers and didn't realize it? Give a percentage in the chat, guys. I'm going to pour another beer. Actually, I think I just got another super chat I'm going to pull up here. From Abel. Player's going to play F these hoes. Man, Betamon me would have been like, oh, man, don't call girls hoes. And it's like, the more you understand, it's like, oh, I get it. That's... Oh, thanks, Abel, for that super chat and for some lighthearted humor here. So, guys, I'm looking in the comments here. What percentage do you think? Oh, yeah, look at this. In the UK, it's illegal for a father to do a DNA test. Yeah, crazy, guys. There's some crazy stuff that I don't know how it got passed. All right, I'm seeing some of this stuff. We got 33%, 40%, 10 to 30%, 20%, 30%. 1 in 3 men aren't the father. Yeah, see, you guys are way more red-pilled. Imagine if I asked this to a group of men just randomly on the street. I saw some fake news when I was doing some research into this that was like, some people believe, some people say it's as high as blah, 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 but in actuality, it's probably more like 1.5 to 2.5% total fake news, right? A woman probably wrote that article. I'm going to tell you guys just a minute. Oh, and here's your hint, by the way. United States isn't even the highest. I believe what I looked at, Jamaica was the highest, I believe. Nigeria is right up there. Very close to the U.S., but not quite, or a little bit higher. So this is not just a United States thing. It's around the world. But this is why alpha seeds, beta needs is it's an old story being just retold again and again. Okay. So here we go. What is the actual percentage, guys? Now, obviously, I can't say, there's different studies on this, but I looked at multiple, and the one that I saw that was a recurring number, I couldn't believe this. When I heard Better Bachelor say this, I was like, I got to check this out. I got to look into it. And he's right. He has really good, I love Better Bachelor. I don't know if you'll ever see this or hear this, but you have a very calm, rational way of talking about things. I really like that. He's fun to listen to. Okay. All right. How common is paternity fraud? This is just, again, one of the sites. I saw multiple that said the same thing. All right. The results showed 3 out of every 10 men tested was found not to be the biological father. 3 out of every men tested was found. Now, what I heard about, and I believe that Better Bachelor covered this in his video, was there were some studies that, like, you know how a lot of people are getting those, like, those ancestry tests now. So there'd be like fathers that they didn't even realize they on accident, or there was like class projects, like science projects, and you were supposed to figure out the, your mom's blood type, your dad's blood type, to be able to figure out what your blood type was. And so a lot of guys stumbled upon this on accident, or they were getting their ancestry test results, and then they realized, like, whoa, you're not related to me? So who knows how much this is for guys that just weren't tested? Can you guys believe that? 3 out of 10 men are... This is not stepfathers going, yeah, I know I'm not raising my biological kid. This is men going, this is my child, I think. So, here's something about this. So everyone's like, there's no way that could be true, right? There's no way that could be true. People will get in trouble for that. Is paternity fraud illegal? So, it says, well, fraud is illegal. Unfortunately, when it comes to establishing paternity, many, if not the majority of men who have proven they were misled and seek retribution have fallen short in court. No surprise. If you guys saw last week's about the corrupt court systems and courts are always going to be biased against men, no surprise here. The problem for most of these men is finding enough evidence that the mother intentionally misled the alleged father. Think about how a woman could spin this, knowing about not taking responsibility, all of that other stuff, right? I thought it was you, honey. I swear I thought it was you. I must have been drunk one time, and maybe you know what? Maybe I was drunk at the bar and I was going to get a glass of water and I was going to call you and have you pick me up, and I must have fell down, and then I fell right on top of a chatter Tyrone who happened to have his pants off, and I sat right on top of him, and then I jumped off as immediately as I knew that he was trying to rape me, but there must have been some shred of DNA that got inside of me for that. Like, just imagine the ways that she'll try to spin this. So here's some good advice for you guys if you do happen to get a woman pregnant. It may be in the man's best interest to perform a paternity test soon after the child is born. Because I saw some of this stuff and, here we go. In California, if you don't prove that you're not the father in 30 days, you are on the hook for child support. There's some crazy, crazy stuff. There was some other reports, like a guy was paying child support through his work. Something happened, and the work was going to just be deducted out of his paycheck, and something happened. There was a little error in there, and it didn't matter. The guy didn't pay his child support, even though it was an error from the work, the direct deposit or something, and he had to spend some jail time. It's like it's crazy that you think, all these little things like, I'll be fine. If somebody actually tries to pull down on me, I'll be fine. And then you awaken to the corrupt courts and you go, maybe I won't be fine. Scary, scary stuff. Hey, Abel, super chat. Thanks, Abel. We must mentor young men, aka Generation Z, at any chance. Yes, guys. Absolutely. And that, you guys, that to me is why we have to come to we have to get over the red pill rage part to have people take us seriously. Because if you come at it in an angry way, right? You just know it. Sometimes when I get fired up about stuff and I talk about it, it's like, wow, I need to chill out. Because people won't take me seriously. They'll think I'm influenced by my emotions or whatever. But that's a great way of why learning about this, really understanding this, to be able to, when anyone brings up a hole in your argument, you're able to be like, yeah, I understand. Here's what I found. Like that type of thing, because that will win people over. I think I'll tell you guys a little bit later on here on a real life story about Alpha Seeds Beta Needs, about my family trip I go on every year to Minnesota. That's why I'm such a big Minnesota fan, and that's why my family's really close. We always get together for 2 weeks every year, or a week or two, all of our different relatives. But I kind of go and I don't push it on any of my younger cousins, but I kind of read them out and I kind of see which of my younger cousins are the free thinkers, men. And then I slowly pull them aside and red pill them a little bit at a time. And what I have going for me is they know that I've in this really tiny town we've been in, like every time we go there, I keep pulling women there, and my younger cousins see that. So then I can kind of red pill them a little bit in that sense. But so I'm slowly working on some of my younger cousins so that they don't fall into this trap. But yeah, you guys know it's not always as easy. It's an art to be able to red pill people. It really is, man. I'm still learning about how to trying to figure out how to do it. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, share the video, but definitely subscribe.